Hey, what's going, everybody? How you guys doing? Um, I've been missing in action for the last couple of days. You know how that goes when life gets in the way, and you got to do what you got to do. Uh, Yesterday we had a four-game slate, uh, and you know uh, it was kind of condensed, so you had to get in where you fit in. I'm gonna do a quick recap of my lineup, what I did. I pretty much cashed like everywhere, but I only played DraftKings yesterday. Without that, let's get into it. We had a few injuries yesterday to a couple plays. Big injury news. Jokic went down, but we just got word he'll be out for a couple days. Nothing major. So what I want to well, yesterday I had Bledsoe, Devin Harris, pretty much chalk. Carl Anthony Towns, Jokic, Curry. I knew Dang would be low on. I took a shot in the dark. Tried to see if I could get him to at least give me a nice fantasy production. He got the minutes. He didn't play the fourth, but he did get a lot of minutes, and uh, he did not. He didn't produce as well as I thought. I thought he'd be a little bit aggressive. He had to guard Hayward. Just looks like they put the comeback unit in at the fourth quarter. He never got any run. Jameer Nelson was a great value, and that's that. Um, but like I said, for today, I want to get into. I want to get into. I just want to do some quick, a little different. I just want to go over some value plays. I want to go over some value plays today. Everybody, we always know what the studs are gonna do. Uh, so we just wanna figure out what do we have to do to get some of these studs in your lineups, just in case you feel like you want to roster some. As you can see, we have a lot of a nice price options, on tap today. So I can go through a few price discrepancies and just point out some value plays. They might be obvious or whatever. We got injury news as of right now, and let me try to dive right in it. I want to start off with this Sacramento um, Indiana game. Like I said, these guys here are all self-explanatory. Last time these two teams played, Lawson did not play. So coming down here, I want to point out C.J. Miles. C.J. Miles, he's been getting minutes. So close to the last three games, he's getting, he's probably averaging 30 minutes in the last three. And he's coming in at 3,700, and he can make for a pretty decent value. Uh, a punt option. Uh, One moment, please. Yeah, so that makes for he makes for a punt option in GPPs. So he's someone to look at. Ty Lawson, like I said, he didn't play last game. Gary Temple, the minutes are there for him. You can see he's averaging 30 minutes or well over. He's been hitting value. So there you have it. I mean, I don't, they just, he's coming in at 4,200. His price is rising, what can I say? Al Jefferson, someone who plays very little minutes, but, you know, just someone to consider. I'm not, saying roster these guys or anything like that, but they're value plays that we all could have been sleeping on. Al Jefferson, he's around the minimum on Fanduel. He is coming in at Jefferson is priced at 3,900. CJ Miles on Fanduel, he's priced at 3,500. That's minimum. Moving over to the Brooklyn Cleveland game, we got Trevor Booker news. He should be out. So, well, he is out. So, you can look for uh, let's see, on the Brooklyn side of things, we could look for somebody like Hamilton to step up. He's at 3,300. He should see a minutes bump. You know, a mover, a shaker. You know what I'm saying? Someone who can definitely hit value given a nice amount of minutes. These two teams played a while back. He played 16 minutes and he got 20 points. So, you know, at 3,300, they don't need much. You know, it is what it is. I'd imagine Hollis Jefferson, if he had to step up, you know, basically this whole team over here is value plays. You know, no one's over 6,500, so that's like basically self-explanatory. Moving over to the Cleveland side of things, on the value side, we're looking at Tristan Thompson coming in at 4,600. Iman Shumpert, he's at 4,200. He's been starting probably about 5 games now, so you know, going up against this Brooklyn team, you can check him out. He's averaging about 30 minutes a game at least. You know, his price has been creeping up, 38, 39, 400, 4K. You know, as you can see what he's been doing. Again, GPP darts. You know, that's all I'm, you know, trying to point out today on this big slate. So, moving over to New, New York and Charlotte. Let's look at the Charlotte side of things. You got keep an eye out on these injury situations. Lamb did play last game. Frank Kaminsky's nothing but a punt. It's a big slate, so you know, I probably won't be looking that way. Spencer Hawes, he was making for a pretty decent value, you know, given the minutes. You see, last game he had 29 minutes and he put up 36.75 fantasy points, and you know that's what you're looking for in your value play. So keep an eye out on the injury situation over here. On the New York side of things, it's very tricky. Hornacek is very tricky. It's very dicey. We got Hernan Gomez. He's coming in at 3,900. Given the minutes, let's click on his log. You know, given 20 minutes or better, he's been phenomenal. You know, he's just, man, someone who I haven't even played once. I'm just so scared to click on him. And once I play you once, I'm like on the train, and I just hate to jump on that train and, you know, the train stops for me, man. And, you know, a player like me who like does like one lineup is really hard. So, you know, the last couple of days I've been playing multiples and, you know, trying to test the waters, but I'm going back to my regular formula today as far as playing one lineup. So it's very hard making the decision on these players when you doing one lineup. But here's another option. You know, you can see with the naked eye what he's been doing. If that train so happens to stop here, then, you know, it is what it is. Joakim Noah, he's coming in at 3,700. Ah man, it's just cluttered over here. It's not cluttered. It's just crazy. But 3,700, we know he has the upside. Is do you want to pull the trigger? That's the thing. So uh, um, Charlotte can roll out somebody like Roy Hibbert or anything like that. And then, O'Quinn, if you've been playing, DFS, you probably seen O'Quinn go out. Now, here's the thing. Look at the minutes. It's just a lot going on with Hornacek. He's rarely can be trusted, with the minutes and what rotations and what's going on over there. So that's a look. That's a look. Um, some other little value plays down there that I just really can't trust because of Hornacek, man. But I just pointed out a few. Uh, Coming over here to the Milwaukee and Toronto game, looking at Dellavedova here. Minutes went up 4,400. He's 3,900 on FanDuel. Um, really close to minimum. His minutes has been bumped up the last 2 or 3 games. Another coach that you can rarely trust, but if you feel like you got some deli fever, then you can pull the trigger. Going up against the Toronto team, I don't know, but these are just some cheaper options for you guys. Um, Brogdon, cheaper option. Greg Monroe, if you can figure out when he's going to get the play at 5,300, we know he can produce plenty of upside on that price. So if you can pick Jason Kidd's head, if you feel like his services will be needed tonight, then I don't mind the play. Another value play coming in at 5,300. Okay, moving over to Toronto side of things. Um, Norman Powell, still a value play right now. He's been doing great in the absence of DeMar DeRozan, and DeRozan will be out today. So right now you're looking at 32 and 30. So and the minutes, 39 minutes and 33 minutes. So I think he's worth he'd probably be higher on, but it is what it is. All we're focused on right now is value plays. Lucas Nogueira, he's backing up Valcionis right now, and he's been producing. Coming in at 4K, 20 fantasy points. It looks like he knocks that out the park. It looks like there's no problem with him getting that. Um, Going up against a Milwaukee team that doesn't rebound well. Keep an eye out on, it's something to be noted is that Patrick Patterson is back, so he was taking up a lot of minutes, and Patrick Patterson is coming in at 3,100. Just to point that out. So and then you got Salinger, he's back. So you got to really try to nail these rotations. It's like I said, there'd be one or two extra shots to go around for everybody else on the bench because of DeRozan being out. But really, really pay attention to the value plays on these teams, especially this one, because you can really benefit from someone going against this Milwaukee team. I guess, like in Patrick Patterson situation, he'll probably be guarding Jabari Parker. But Terrence Ross, he gets the minutes as well. It's just a matter if you want to pull the trigger. He's been pretty much up and down and hit and miss. And Valcionis, he's an interesting play. He's just real interesting, coming in under 6K. Moving over to Orlando and Boston. Let's go right to the Orlando side of things. Let's see. Um, ay, 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 ay. One moment, please, because I'm looking at some news coming in on Twitter. All right, okay, I'm cool. Now, Orlando. Ah, we're talking about value on Orlando. We're going to keep an eye out on this injuries news. Uh, DJ Augustine is questionable, so that's something to look out. Take note. Anyway, one play I want to talk about is Jeff Green. Jeff Green, he played a little point shooting guard last game against the Chicago Bulls. But other than that, he came off the bench. He started that game against the Chicago Bulls. It was pretty productive. So he's a GPP flyer, someone that you can look at anyway. C.J. Watson, 3,800. Keep it, like I said, keep an eye on the injury situation and starting lineups. 3,800. Don't need much to hit value. Playing against a Boston team that has a small backcourt. He might be able to make something happen. Don't quote me on that, but you know, I'm just pointing out, what I'm seeing. If you feel like pulling the trigger, like I said, keep an eye out on the injury news. Um, Bismack Biyombo with Bismack Biyombo and Nikola Vucevic, it's hard to pinpoint who's going to get the minutes and what. It's another frustrating coaching situation here, and it's just hit or miss GPP option. We know he has plenty of upside on that price. Going against a Boston team that doesn't rebound well, so he's someone to keep in mind when you're looking for value. Moving along to the next game. No, on the Boston side of things, um, you got Marcus Smart coming in at 5,700. He could be a good value. Keep an eye on injury situations. You know, Jonas Jabrecko, he got the start last game or a game or two ago. Uh, I played well against Houston. I played him. Nice value. Came in at minimum price. Hit value and exceeded. That's what you're looking for. Um, Amir Johnson at 3,700. His minutes has been down since the likes of Jabrecko and Olenek and guys like that has been stepping it up. So he's been his minutes has been down. Um, Moving over to the next game in Houston and Orlando. I mean Houston and Philly. I'm gonna jump right off into the Philly side of things. Gordon is more doubtful than anything. That makes the rest of the starters and the naturals, as far as Harold, Decker, Capella, Anderson, all of these guys are uh, GPP darts that you can just uh, throw in and benefit from. Uh, I don't have to go into that because I just pointed them all out. So moving over to the Philly side, it uh, looks like Embiid is more looking close to probable. That and you have Okafor. He's available to play, so it's like it's just broadening, the playing field. So before that, I would have pointed out Rashawn Holmes. He can ball. The last two games he got the minutes, 3,900. He can ball. Uh, Someone who I'm probably not on now. Just got to keep an eye on the injury situation. Nick Starkis, he's someone who gets minutes all the time, and he just doesn't really show the upside on the minutes. Gerald Henderson also, he doesn't show the upside that he should, but um, he's always around that bare minimum. If the clock's winding down and you need a plug-in play or something, you just plug them in if they're on the slate. You need somebody quick, but pretty much a lot of value over here anyway. They get a bump today because they're playing against Houston, so a fast-paced game. Ilyasova, Nerlens Noel is somebody that's interesting because even though Okafor is available to play, he might be on a trading block, or Noel might be on a trading block, and he's been playing so well. They might be looking to showcase him. I think the game is being showed on a nice platform tonight, so that's someone to look at. So keep an eye on the injury situation over here. Cyric, he can put up numbers as well, especially in the absence of Okafor. So he's coming in at 4,200. Now, moving over to the next game, Miami and Chicago. On the Miami side of things, we got Whiteside out. Chunk 'em up waiters. He's shooting it up. His price is rising. James Johnson, his usage should be up this game. Tyler Johnson is out. Willie Reed, his price is not where I thought it should be right now, but he should get the start. A value play at 4,700. Wayne Ellington, a value play at 4,300. Okaro White, he signed a 10-day contract with the Heat. He's not eligible on FanDuel, but this guy here coming in at 3,500, a deep sleeper, but besides Dragic, when Whiteside's out, and Wade's price being jacked up, the rest of these guys are value plays who are active. On the Chicago side of things, it's really messed up in my town, in my city, Chicago. It's really messed up. Robin Lopez can be some value. Taj Gibson as well. I'd rather not get into that. It's just a really sticky situation over there, especially with what's been going on. I know you guys have been hearing all the whispers and things like that, but I've been looking hard at Taj Gibson and Robin Lopez tonight. Mick Buckets, he's down there at 3,400. He's burned us a lot. Moving over to the next game. San Antonio and New Orleans. On the San Antonio side of things, keep an eye on Kawhi's status. Gasol is out. Parker is more close to playing than being out, so that's kind of knock a chunk off Murray. So we need to keep up with the injury situation over here as far as value. Dwayne Dedman, 3,600. Been seeing, up and downwards on his minutes. They're going against the Brow. Brow will be playing at the center tonight, and from here on out until further notice. But at 3,600, you're feeling froggish, you can go ahead and leap. David Lee price has crept up. He can ball though. And Patty Mills, he's someone who does get minutes even when Parker is starting. So he's at 4,600 though. It's like somebody that I probably won't look to even go to for value. On New Orleans side of things, Dan Anthony Davis looking like he's probable. Interesting play here is Tyreek Evans. His minutes have been limited still. We know he can do some damage in limited amount of minutes. And you can see 35 points in a limited amount of minutes against OKC. 20 minutes against Orlando. Almost 40 fantasy points. 23 minutes in Indiana. So he's someone who can do some damage in a limited amount of minutes. He is going up against a tough San Antonio team, though. And then the rest of these guys, man, it's just really, it's just like, ugh. Dante Cunningham is someone who logs a ton of minutes. Uh, at 3,600, he logs a ton of minutes. It's just, he has to be productive in them. You have that. But there's plenty other guys down here. But like I said, they're going up against a tough San Antonio team, so I don't know what to make of that. Moving over to Washington and ATL, so I'll start with Washington because they're easy. As you can see, when I clicked on all, you got the starting five right out there right in front of your face. These guys log a ton of minutes, so they just log a ton of minutes, and it is what it is. It looks like Kelly Oubre Jr. 3,500. He's like the MVP off the bench or whatever you want to call it. The sixth man. He's logging a ton of minutes. You catch him on a good night, he's gonna return value for you. The minutes, he's doing nice minutes off the bench, and someone who's a GPP flyer. Going over to ATL side of things. Interesting play is Tim Hardaway Jr. Looks like Tim Hardaway Jr. is the sixth man, coming in at 4,100. Doesn't need much to hit value. You see the upside on that price tag, given the minutes. The minutes, can be there for him. One thing to point out for Tim Hardaway Jr., he does get assists here and there, 5, 4, 6, 3. He gets assists, so that helps out with the peripherals help out with the fantasy scores, and that's what you're looking for. Someone who can do other things outside of standing in the corner looking to shoot a three. That's probably about as far as I go outside of Cephaloshes. A person who does log minutes, he just got to find out what to do with them. He's hidden value though, so it is what it is. Just got to guess when these players' services are needed the most and where you think they can be most productive. Last game of the night, the Hammer game. Very important game. Sometimes these games can make you or break you. And we're looking at value plays. So, Tony Allen coming in at 4,700. They were shorthanded last game. He played 35 minutes against Toronto. He put up 35.25 fantasy points. That was something that was good. That was very good. He exceeded value, and he'll be going up against a faster pace. If Portland can dictate their pace, it would be fast. So he's a value play. Looks like Jermichael Green will play tonight. I thought I just got a notification. Anyway, we'll have to keep an eye at that. We'll have to keep an eye on that. Okay, so it says Jermichael Green is expected to play. Chandler Parsons is expected to play. So still keep an eye out on that situation. Now, uh, with Chandler Parsons coming in, logging in close to his 20 minutes, that just, he played 22 minutes last time against Houston, put up 27 fantasy points. Other than that, he's been 19, 19, 19 here. His minutes might be getting ready to creep up. We have to keep an eye on that. He's at 3,200, going against a Portland team. But, I just don't like the minutes restriction thing, man. But it is what it is. James Enos, like I said, they were shorthanded last game, and he logged in a ton of minutes, didn't 37 minutes, didn't hit the 20 fantasy point mark. 35 minutes against Sacramento, didn't hit the 25. He did pretty nice at 3,100, and at 3,200 he did pretty nice. So he can produce just on the amount of figuring out his value. But like I said, they got more, a little more depth tonight. So he's somebody that you need to keep an eye out. It might not be the value that you're looking for, or however you want to judge it. 3,600, Vince Carter. Plays anywhere between 20 and 30 minutes. It's just depending on the game flow. He has a little upside on his price. Just somebody to keep in the back of your head. Keep in mind, these are just value plays. GPP darts, there's more plays, but these are just looking at some very, very, very cheap plays, you know. But you still have value plays coming in around that 4 and 5K range that can really do some damage as well. But I was looking at some bottom of the barrel guys today. For my people out there that like to cram in, just cram in guys, On the Portland side of things, we got sticky injury situations over there as well. So Maurice Harkless, you got to keep an eye on that, because in his absence, you get guys like Evan Turner. Given the minutes, look at his minutes: 28, 40, 33, 20, 28, 16, 23 fantasy points. So, just some, even if you're playing the late slate, just a few guys that I'm pointing out for you guys, that can make a difference. Alan Crabb, someone who gets minutes as well. He just has to figure out what he has to do with them. And with that being said, that'll just about end it. Some mid-range value plays. You want to look at some guys like interesting play. Porzingis, coming in at 6,200. If you feel like he can break out his slump, I heard he was playing with a bum arm. Let it ride. Derrick Rose, priced pretty nice tonight. It is what it is. Let me see. Let me go into all. Let me get down here to the nitty gritty. Nicholas Batum, I like his price tag. That's something to point out. Carmelo Anthony, I like his price tag as well. Al Horford, I like his price tag. I just want to show you guys Al Horford right now. He's been tearing it up for his price. He's been doing good. Look at that log. Look what he's been doing. He's been doing a very good job. And guess what? I have not been playing him in that time span. Jabari Parker sitting at 7K. I like him. Terrence Jones, I probably don't like him. Dennis Schroeder at 6,400. I think someone we know who can exceed value on that price tag. That's nice. He might be a good option. Oh, I wanted Dwight Howard. I almost went past him, coming in at 6,700. Don't mind the play, man. I don't mind it. You got Otto Porter, Zach Randolph. Zach Randolph is an interesting play as well. Ersan Ilyasova is an interesting play. James Johnson. Trevor Ariza coming in at 5,400. Interesting play. Kent Bazemore at 5,100. Let me point out what he's been doing lately. If I go to his 10-game log, at 5,100, he was at 45. Let's go back a few games. 4K 34, 4K 33. He bumped these 2 games out, and then he went up 4,500, 23, 4,500, 36, 4,700, 42. Someone to keep an eye out. So Bazemore has been playing under the radar. He's someone who's been balling. This here will probably just about wrap it up for me. It sure would. So I just wanted to point out those couple guys. With that being said, like today is a 10-game slate. Some tips is if you don't feel like playing it, if you're having too much trouble, don't play it. If you can find a turbo or a late night, a 3 or 4 game slate that's a little bit more comfortable for you, play that. Another thing is look ahead. It's always tomorrow. So look at tomorrow's games. Look at the day after that games. It might be some games that you want to target. It might be a slate that you want to target. You don't have to play everything. And with that being said, I'm out, guys. Link to my Facebook groups are down in the description below. You can follow me on Twitter at Denzel1. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up, like, subscribe, hit the notification button so you can be notified next time I make a video. And with that being said, peace out.